Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Denise with Creates with Love, and I wanted to go over if you want to be able to curve text if you're using your iPad or your Android or your iPhone device, right? In the desktop app, you're able to curve text for Cricut Design Space. But if you use an iPad or a different type of device, you are at this time unable to curve text. So this has been my workaround that I like. There are several out there, but this is the one that I prefer. What I do is I use the app called Phonto. It is spelled P as in Paul, Honto. You can see it on my device. It's the red one with the P and the little pencil by it on the second row to the left. So if you do not have this app installed on your Apple device, at least for iOS, go ahead and click on the App Store and go to your search and type in Phonto, and the one that you want says Phonto Text on Photos. If you select that, it will bring up the app in the upper right hand corner. As you can see, mine says open, which means I've already downloaded the app. Yours would show get if you have not downloaded the app yet. Okay, so there's how to get the app. I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel since I already have it. And then let's go ahead and go into the app and I'll show you how to use it. So let's say for this design, I want to do something like, when I'm recording this, fall is just starting to come, so my mind and my heart is just circling around everything fall. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the Phonto app, right? So basically what we're going to do is we're going to create our curved text in this app, and then we'll be able to save it, and then we'll be able to upload it into Design Space. So I will take you from point A to point B all the way through, okay? So go ahead and click on your Phonto app, and you're going to get just a blank canvas looking thing like this, and it looks kind of confusing at first, but let me help you through the steps. So the camera icon in the bottom middle, go ahead and click on that, and then what you want to choose is plain images. What that does is it gives you a canvas choice. So basically you could have a black canvas in the upper left hand corner, a plain white canvas, which is just to the right of that, or your type of grid canvas. So whatever you decide to choose, you can select. I'm going to choose just the plain white one for now. So I'm going to tap on the plain white one. Because it's so white, right, you can barely see it. But when you decide that this is the one you want to click in that square with the up arrow in the upper right hand corner, and that gives you the option to use. Okay, you want to select use because this is the canvas you want to use. So here we are, we have our canvas. So almost like pretend like you're in Design Space. This is your canvas you're going to be working on. In order to find or bring up text, you just select anywhere on this canvas. It doesn't matter where, just anywhere, and it'll pop up as add text. So click on that, or tap on that. I like to do my alignment in the center, so where it says align left, I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and the next option is align center. So depending on what project you're working on, you might want something different. I want mine in the center. This can be adjusted after you add your text as well, so keep that in mind. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is just basically type out what I want the first line to say, because my design that I'm making today is actually going to be a circle design. So welcome to my is going to be the upper part, and then welcome to my pumpkin patch is going to be on the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to type in my caps lock because I want it all to be in caps. I'm going to put welcome to, and look at that, I spelled it wrong. L-C-O-M-E. See, I'm trying to be quick. And actually, I don't want to do my, I want to do our, right? Because it's like, it's our house. Welcome to our. Okay. So there we go. I like the font. If you wanted to choose a different font, then you just, where at the bottom you have font, preset, symbol, and done. You can select font, and every font that's listed on your device is going to show up. So you can see here, the one that's in orange is the one that I wanted to use today. It's called Baskerville Semi-Bold. But, you know, depending on what you've loaded onto your iPad or what your iPad comes with, you're going to have a ton of fonts that you can choose. And you can just go by letters here, or you can scroll all the way up and down. Okay? So I happen to like I said, the one that it's on, and so I'm good. So since I'm selecting that one, I'm going to hit the X in the upper left-hand corner. There is my font already there for me. So when I'm done typing that line of font, I just want to click on or tap on the word done. Okay, and then this, if your font comes up in a white color instead of black, I was already using this, so I remembered my last time I was in here, which was I chose a black font. But if you need to change the color of your font, just go to Style, and then here you can change your color palettes all the way through here. So again, mine's on black, so I'm good to go. So in order to get to the curve function, you can see here you have the choice of text, font, style, size, tilt, and move. We don't need any of those. We need the curve, which is not showing. In order to show the curve function, you need to take your finger and slide it to the left and select curve. From here, you've got your option to either use your slider. If you go to the left, it curves that way. If you go to the right, it curves that way. Or you can do it a little bit at a time using the plus and minus keys. Let me tap out of here and just move this over, slide it over to our the middle of our canvas, kind of. Okay, and so then again, anytime you want the choices, click on the text there, and then slide it to the left and tap on curve. Okay, so I want my curve to be maybe about like that. Welcome to our, and then when you're done, all you have to do is just tap off of it. Okay, that will give you the option to add more text if you want, which I do. So I'm going to click again anywhere on this canvas and add text. I'm going to hit Align Center, and I'm going to put caps lock and type in pumpkin patch. And click on done, since I'm using the same font. So here it is. We're going to drag it about over here, and then again slide that menu to the left, click on curve, and then you want to do your curve in the opposite direction. So probably about 30 is going to match up with that. Let me just bring this more into the center here. This looks good. And then I want you to keep in mind that you want to make sure that your curve is spot on to how, try and think about the design that you're bringing into Design Space, because you're not going to be able to adjust like the angle of your curve. You will be able to make it larger and smaller just like you do in Design Space, but you will not be able to make the curve a different type of curve. Okay, so, or you want to make sure that everything just looks exactly how you're going to want it in Design Space. So I'm really happy with that. So at this point, I'm ready to take it into Design Space. So I'm going to click on, in the lower right hand corner, there's that share button again. It's the square with the arrow up. I'm going to click on that, and that brings me up my options to save image as PNG. That is what I want. Save image as PNG. Tap on it. It'll let you know when it saves successfully. Say OK. And then now I can just drag my finger up and get out of this app. I'm going to open up Cricut Design Space, which is right here. And I'm going to upload an image. I'm going to select from my photo library. I'm going to select all photos, and I'm going to select this one right here, and it brings it right into Design Space. Now, anytime, if you've not uploaded an image, anytime you upload an image, you have to kind of you have to prepare the image to go into Design Space without having a background. Since these are letters, we have to get rid of the entire background plus anything inside of a letter, such as the top part of the R or the O. Let's see what else here. The top part of the P. So, in order to do that, we want to hit the little remove button, which is in the lower left-hand corner. So I'm going to tap on remove, and then I'm just going to select, I'm going to tap my finger in the middle, and that's going to remove the entire background. And as you can see, if you look to that square on the right, it's showing us exactly what we need to remove even further. Okay, so you can see the O's are really obvious, the top part of the R, the top part of the A, the top part of the P. Those are all items that if we don't remove them, they're going to look like that when we take it further into Design Space. Okay, so in order to do this part, I'm going to grab my Apple Pencil, but you don't have to have an Apple Pencil to do this. I just find it easier on my end. You would use your finger if you don't have an Apple Pencil. So basically, you're just going to tap in the area that you want to remove. So I'm going to start with welcome, and I'm going to tap in the middle of the O. If I press and hold my pencil there, it gives you kind of like that little bullseye thing. And if you let go, that's the part that it's going to remove. Okay, so I'm going to do the O for the T, so same thing. Tap it in the middle, let go. The next one I'm just going to do quickly so you know that you can do it quickly. I'm just going to tap in the middle of the O of the hour. Tap it one time, done. Now the R is a little more trickier, right, because it's smaller. I can try to tap on it with my Apple Pencil, and I just have to make sure that I get it in the middle of that R and then release. And you'll be fine. Now let me show you what happens if you accidentally tap on the entire letter. So let's go to the P in pumpkin. I'm going to purposely tap on the black part of the P instead of the circle part. And it's like, oh no, my P, it went bye-bye. All you have to do is down below, if you look at the menu, you have remove, erase, crop, and undo. Just click on undo and your P will return. So don't panic. Okay, so if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can use your fingers and just press bigger. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier to zone in on those little places. So there's my P. I'm going to do this P and this one. And I'm going to make it just a tiny bit bigger for my A. Perfect. Okay, so if I look at that picture to the right, everything looks good. And I also want to let you know that if it's in your way, you can move this up and down. If you move it to the side, it's going to spring back. So, but you do have the option to move it up and down because sometimes it's tricky making this design go smaller or larger. All right, so once you know that your design on that right, in that upper right-hand corner looks perfect, you can just click on next. And then because this design we've created in a very user-friendly app, the image is already clean. You would use this if you were maybe downloading an image from maybe Google or something. You might have to clean it up more. But for this type of app that we're using, just click, you can skip this part and just click on next in the upper right-hand corner. And then here it kind of pops up, but here it says save it as a cut image, which is what it defaults to, or a print and cut. I'm choosing to do a cut image, but you could choose either one that you want for your particular project. And then down here, it gives you want to save what your image name is. So I'm just going to type in pumpkin patch. That's just for my reference going forward. And then click done. All right, so here's our image right here. We want to select it. It's welcome to our pumpkin patch. I'm going to click on it in the upper left hand corner and then click on insert down in the right hand corner. Now the image, for whatever reason, comes in really huge, right? You see the exclamation mark down by layers. Don't worry about that. Just click on it. If you can scroll down, you can kind of pinch it in and make it smaller, right? Just like that. Okay, so I can bring this in here, and then basically there you are. You have totally curved your text however you wanted, and you know, you can do one line, 2 lines. I did 2 separate lines, but there you go. Like I said, you can make it bigger and you can make it smaller, but that's about all you can do to it, right? I mean, you can change the color of it if you want, but basically here is your item, and let's just say, to finish it off, let's just say you wanted to bring in a pumpkin. This is one that I've made, but let's just bring in one that is it's in Design Space. Search all images. There we go. Okay. So let's just say that you wanted this one. I don't know. So you would take this, bring it up here, make it bigger. Go like that. A little smaller. Bring this over, and there you go. Bring rubber band all the way around it. Right, and then you can bring up your alignment tool and you can align center like that. And there you go, there you have it. So there's how you can curve text in an app outside of Design Space and bring it into Design Space to finish off your project. All right, I hope this really helps. So also let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. And remember to create with love. Bye.